Hey guys, Jamie here, and today I'm going to be showing you some of the new PvP maps, specifically 12 of the new PvP maps that are coming to Pokemon Brick and Bronze soon. Not 100% sure if they're going to be added in at the same time as the huge update is getting released on. I'm not 100% sure about that, but all of these 12 maps were made by a Waffle Man. Obviously, if you haven't followed him on Twitter, he's actually one of the new developers for Pokemon Brick and Bronze. So if you want to go follow him on Twitter, his link will be first. Well, the link will be in the description below, the first link, so make sure to go follow him if you haven't. Also, if you do follow him, you can keep up to date on whatever he makes in the future for Pokemon Brick Bronze, which, by the way, if you want to leave any suggestions, feel free to leave comments on this video, and any that seem really good, he might end up making in the future, so hey, there we go. But also, let me know in the comments, which is your favourite map out of these 12, so it kind of gives them an idea as well, so to see what maps people like the most, so you can make more of them rather than making the least favourite maps, I guess would kind of make sense at least. But anyway, onto the maps. So the first map that we have, which I'm going to be doing all these maps in bases of 2, because that's how he put them onto Twitter. And there's another 2 maps, or actually I think there's 4 other maps that he's made that weren't on Twitter, so we also get to look at those, I guess. So here are the first 2. So we've got like a Mushroom Land, I guess you could call it. It kind of reminds me of Floroma City, but not exactly with the houses. It looks like the route before Floroma City with the intense amount of mushrooms, which I like it. Actually, wait, doesn't the Smurfs live in like mushrooms like this? I'm not 100% sure, but I'm probably completely wrong. But it just seems like something like it probably would suit it. But there's shrooms everywhere, and by the way, I should also mention, there are meant to be a few Easter eggs in some of these. Not sure if they're in every single one of them, but apparently there are a few Easter eggs. If you find them, make sure to leave a comment and let me know, because I honestly can't find them in some of the maps, if there is any, because I might be just overcomplicating it. I'm looking for stuff that aren't there, but I know that there are, in some of the maps, there are some Easter eggs, so if you do find them, feel free to leave a comment, I guess, as well. But anyway, so that's the first one. I'm not going to lie as well. I really like all the maps that he has made, so that's great. And plus, he also made a troll one, which is going to be the thumbnail. I'll show that at the end of the video, I guess, as well. But I thought that was just pretty cool to see. But anyway, so that's the first one, which is just like a little village, with people that live in shrooms. A little weird, but I mean, it looks cool. Okay, so I'm not going to complain. The second one, it kind of I haven't played Pokemon Sun and Moon. I got to like just at the start of the 3rd island, kind of dropped it, never really picked it back up. I'll need to go back and play it though, because apparently since Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun are coming out end of this year, I think. I freaking need to get and find out what's freaking happening, because I'm confused as heck right now. But anyway, I'm pretty sure this looks like one of the it looks like it's something from Sun and Moon, like the trials, or that's what it just seems to be in my head. I could be completely wrong, but a few other people agree with me. But it, again, looks awesome. It's like a little fighting dojo sort of area where people are about to just go ham down and just go insane. That's kind of like the vibe that I get from it. Like I said, like a little area that you'd see like high-end players battling in. That's what it kind of reminds me, like maybe like the Elite Four kind of thing. So that's why I got like the trials idea, or what it looks like at least from Sun and Moon, but not 100% sure about that. But again, looks really cool. And these aren't exactly the better maps. These are only like the few, like they're okay, but there's a few other maps that are going to be in this list that are actually really insane. Anyway, so on to the next ones. We have I want to say it looks like it's in Amphion City, or it's like based on Amphion City, but I want to say it's probably not, but to me, it looks like it could be something similar to like Amphion City, where it's like you're on a rock, flying in the air. As you can see in the background, you get like these sort of twisted dimensional rocks just floating in the air, which makes it sound like it's like a the Giratina's. Is it dimension? What's Giratina's dimension called again? I was gonna say Twisted Dimension, but it's not exactly called that. Diversion Worlds, I think it's like something like that, but it kind of reminds me of that, but it's not. Where it reminds me of, like, it's on like a pillar. So in Pokemon Fighters EX, there's actually a pillar and on top of that pillar, Arceus spawns, and then portals to Giratina, Dialga, and Palkia spawn as well. It reminds me of that. It seems like it's on top of a huge pillar, and in the sky there's rocks floating, or little islands floating around with little crystals and another pillar on. So as you can see, like in the background of this, you can see a pillar. That's what I'd imagine this map is on top of, at least, but you can see a little island, so I'm not 100% sure about that. It just looks like it would be, but again, it actually looks amazing. That's one of my favorites, to be honest, just the fact that it looks so nostalgic for being that, if you ever played Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, I think it was I think it was I can't exactly remember, but it's where your teammate was a Grovyle, I believe. I think that might be like Time something, or Skyming the Time something. What's it called? Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Explorers of, it might be Explorers of Sky. I'm pretty sure there's a Time one though. Time. Oh, well, I put in Time. That is not that great. Explorers of Time. I think it's Explorers of Sky most likely that I'm thinking of. But in the one that I'm talking about, there's a little at the late in the game. There's like a little pillar that you have to start climbing up, and it's like completely huge. That's what it kind of reminds me of, but not as dark. It's like a light version of that, to be honest. After that, we have a underwater thing, underwater map, obviously, which again looks amazing. Got all like the plants life down there. I don't even know where to begin. Like, there's a treasure chest. It looks like it's like a I don't even know what this thing is called. It looks like it's off like a boat, or it's part of like I assume a boat, right? Like, what is this part? I'm using my mouse to hover it, but I mean, obviously you can't see my mouse. But in the like above or around the treasure chest, it looks like there's a part of the boat that's just been laying there now. There's a scuba diver, which I believe is Lando's character with it on, a clam right next to it, so that'd be cool. And if these were animated, which I don't think they are, I don't think actually any of the PvP maps are animated, which I don't think they are going to be ever. But if they do, that I can see see how a lot of these maps would be animated and move. Like the clam could open, the treasure chest could open, and like spew some bubbles every now and then. Especially for the one that I mentioned last, like the little islands could like be moving around. Although I don't think that they are gonna make them animated. It's just like an idea that I think if they did, I think I'd probably know how, or at least I'd like to think I know how they would work. But anyway, that's it for that one. Let's get on to the fifth one. I think it is the fifth and the sixth. So the fifth one is actually around. It kind of reminds me of the route after Ardia. Is it Route 15? Route 16? I completely forgot all of the routes, to be honest, but it's like a little desert area. It's got like a little skeleton, which completely reminds me of the map, because in the I think it's the route after Ardia City. There's a skeleton hand, or I think there's two skeleton hands in the floor. This is what it reminds me of. So you can see like a kind of like a dinosaur thing. So if it's based on Pokemon, I have no idea, but it might completely be an Easter egg because there are dynamites around it. So, oh wait, is that meant to be not a snake, is it? Because it's got rib cages. It looks like a dinosaur though. So I mean, could be based on the Pokemon. I'm not 100% sure, but it looks cool. How there's like it's like completely dead. Surprised that there's still water running through it, because it's not exactly the environment for water, to be honest. But I mean, it just looks cool. Again, not one of my favorites, but still, I think it looks amazing. Especially like the whole ground being like cut in two. It looks like maybe from an earthquake potentially, and just destroying the environment around there. Again, makes it look cool. Next, we have a beach, so complete opposite to what we just looked at. So in this one, you can see got a few torches around, got a beach ball in the background, a surfboard, a I completely forgot, lifeguards chair, I guess, or deck, whatever they call them. I just realized these are 2v2 double maps and 2v2 maps, which is really cool as well. So I mean, it just looks really nice. Like some of the other maps are like really hardcore, like in your face, like rough. This one's more like a little peaceful area. So again, really like that. So nice to get a mixture of all the rough and like the one before this, like just a desert that's got everything's dead in it, compared to like a one that's just full of energy and life. So that's cool to see. But anyway, on to the next one. We have a campsite and a little kid's bedroom, I guess, for the amount of toys that are in it. So onto the campsite then. So you can see it's like in a forest, it looks like. So 2 tents are up. Got a fire, so that's great. In the left, if you could see, there actually is a 2 pair of eyes. So it's like kind of like a transparent person just haunting around there. So maybe a ghost Pokemon. I'm not 100% sure if they're meant to be like based on Pokemon or not. Could be completely wrong. So I mean, I'm probably wrong about that. But I mean, looks cool. It reminds me of oh, there's one scene in that movie, but I completely forgot about it. So I'm just not even going to mention it because I completely forgot what the name of the movie is. But looks really cool. Again, not a lot really going on in it compared to other maps, so it's not exactly one of my favorites, but it looks pretty cool. As like, he's not just gone for like one specific design wise, he's gone for like every single different scenic route he could take. Like, he's done so much and is done them so differently. Like, there's a campfire, and then the next one again, which we'll talk about now, is just a room full of toys. Like, that's like another like completely 180. It's like insane, like that he's managed to do so much different range for. He's actually spent, like, these look really difficult to make, but he's worked really quickly on them, which is surprising that he's actually managed to get how all this little detail into each and every single one of the maps really quickly. So that's always great. But as you can see on the toy map, we have football in the background, or soccer ball. We've got a rugby ball, or again a football ball. Kind of reminds me of Toy Story, to be honest, where if you like go away, like all the toys will come to life. So I mean, kind of looks cool for that. So I mean, one of my favorite maps because of all the little details you can see in it, like the Lego bricks, which are huge, by the way. Those are some freaking big Lego bricks. At least are they Lego bricks? I think they are. But again, that's one of my favorite maps. And again, 2v2 maps, which is great because we don't really have a lot of them, I believe. Okay, and onto the next one, which I believe these are one of the newer ones, which I don't think too many people have seen yet, so that's okay. But the first one we have, like, it's like a just like a diamond cave, which obviously there is a diamond cave in Pokemon Brick Bronze, but this is actually based on the game. I think it's from Overwatch. I could be completely wrong because I don't play Overwatch, but he posted a tweet out saying that his next map is going to be based on this specific image that he posted, and I think this is the one that he did, and it looks amazing. It reminds me, like, again, of the place where you get Mawile. It's got a name to it, but I don't remember the freaking routes for whatever reason right now, where you get like the Sableye for free, pretty much. It reminds me of that area a lot. So I mean, you can see like diamonds in the back, or crystals in the backgrounds, blue and purple ones. Actually, I just realised as well, your playing area is blue, but their playing area is purple. Kind of like that, because usually they're all just the exact same, which I mean, it's not too much to ask for, I guess. I mean, not too much difference, but it's just cool that at least it's not always the same aspects throughout all the maps. That's just cool. You can see like little plant life growing in the background. Not 100% sure what these plants are, but I don't think I really need to know. Looks like they're not growing too well because I mean there's no light in here, so be obvious. But it looked like they would glow. Like, maybe you had your graphics set up to the maximum on Roblox. Maybe some of these crystals will glow because in the background you can see a good glow effect from like behind the rock. So maybe they might. I'm not 100% sure. I doubt it, but that'd be cool. Until the next map plan, we have like an ice biome, which is like obviously one of the new maps, like Frostvale, or the route before Frostvale. Although this is the older version of the screenshot he's took. He's edited it a little bit. And by that I mean, I believe he's removed the penguins from it, and that's it, which I mean, I guess is okay, mainly because I think he's removed them because they aren't Pokemon, and it would probably confuse people on why they're in the game when real animals don't exist within Pokemon. So I think that's the main reason why they were removed. But still, I mean, even with or without them in, it's still an amazing map. One of my favorites just because of how bright the map is. Usually the brightest ones kind of appeal to me more rather than the darker ones. I'm not sure why, that's just how I am, because I mean, if I'm battling a lot, which I do battle a lot, I feel like if I battle on the brighter maps a lot more, I don't rage as much, pretty much, because I rage a lot if I lose a lot, okay, that's just how it goes, so yeah. But again, looks pretty cool. You send it on two, I don't know what to call these, just ice blocks, I guess. Not sure if the water's frozen, it looks like it's not exactly frozen up all the way, so again, if it was animated, you could see probably a few ice blocks just drifting away in the water, which again, that would be really cool, but I don't think they will be animated. But it's just like a cool thought that most people would have, I guess. I mean, I'm probably not the only person that thinks, oh yeah, maybe if they're animated, maybe this is how they would work. But again, got some igloos in the background, just an amazing one. I like all of the ice little caves that we can get in Pokemon Brick Bronze. Most of them look amazing, and definitely my favourite places to go shiny hunt, to be honest. Anyway, on to the last, I think this is the last 2 maps line we have, which I think my favourite one is the one on the top, which is water, and you're standing on lily pads which look like I was gonna say Lileep. That's not Lileep. Lotads. So that's interesting. You're standing on Lotads while battling. That's not cool at all. And there's frogs in the background of this one. I'm not sure if I'm correct about the penguins. Maybe this might be an old image as well. So maybe that's going to get changed and the frogs are going to be taken out of, which I wouldn't be too surprised of, to be honest. But again, you fight on lily pads. How more amazing can you get? Sure. But I mean, obviously got like sugar canes. I'm thinking of Minecraft, to be honest. Like, looks like sugar canes are just a little plant life. Got little flags in the background, it looks like. Not 100% sure what they say exactly. They both had the exact same thing on it. It looks like a P. Oh, wait, Pokemon Brick Bronze. Okay, for some reason I thought a flag, 2 traffic cones. I don't get it, but no, that says Pokemon Brick Bronze. Okay, now I understand it. But the waterfall in the background with the bubbles, like a lot of small detail that isn't really needed, but it's gone the extra mile to just pull them into the maps, because I mean, why not? Okay, why not? Which is why I should definitely go and follow him on Twitter if you haven't already. I mean, the amount of detail he goes into is quite insane. But for the last map line, we have one that is weird. I don't really know why this is a map exactly. And if you can see in the background, you can see Pokemon Sun and Pokemon... Oh, I did it the wrong way. But Pokemon Moon and the Pokemon Sun's logos, which is pretty difficult to see if you don't have like good enough, or if you don't have a high enough quality picture. But on those little pillars, that's where the Moon and the Sun's Pokemon game logo are, or at least I think they are, because they look very similar. But that's what it looks like they are, and it looks like it's at the bottom of a pair of a flight of stairs. And it's like a little forest area, looks like, or a plain biome, which is weird. I don't know why those are there. And this reminds me of was it the first map? It was the 3rd map, where it says that, oh, we're on top of this tower potentially. I feel like this map that we're looking at now, I'm trying to find it now, I've completely lost it. Wait, how did I lose it? What the heck? I had it open. I have to go back and find it. No. It looks like it will be the bottom part to that map. And so you're at the very bottom, and then the very top you have that. So I mean, that's what it reminds me of. But again, I don't think it is, but it just looks like it would fit so well onto it. But again, I don't really think it is. But it just weird how it looks like there's not a lot going off on in the image compared to like a few of the other ones. Like, there's not exactly a ton of keen detail, whereas like the last one we have a ton of bubbles in the waterfall and stuff like that. But just a random Pokemon Sun and Moon logos just on some of the pillars. I don't really understand it. And next to it looks like there's a little, looks like a gravestone potentially, which I'm not 100% sure about that, but that kind of caught me off guard, and I'm quite confused about that. So I mean, if you want to tell me what you guys think in the comments down below, what you think about this map specifically, because I'm confused about this one, but I kind of like it because it's pretty plain, but it's got enough going on in it that it's not boring, if you know what I mean. But anyway, I think we'll leave off there. I was expecting this video to be like maybe 10 minutes long, ended up being 20 minutes long. I apologize for that, but I mean, I'm hyped for these Battle Coliseum PvP maps because obviously, even though they don't add anything to the game, it just makes it visually, or it just enhances visually just the aesthetics, to be honest with it. So I mean, I'm excited for when these are going to be released. Again, not 100% sure when they're going to be released, but let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Again, if you haven't followed Waffleman on Twitter yet, the first link in the description will take you to his Twitter profile, so if you want to go follow him, obviously you can. And also when he does more work on Pokemon Brick Bronze in the future, if he ever does, I'm sure that he'll post little leaks about it on his Twitter. So if you go follow him, you can make sure that you'll find out about it before everyone else posts it, like I am right now in this video. So then, make sure you go do that. I'm pretty sure he's working on more in the future, but I think for now these 12 are the only things that Lando is going to be taking, although in the future potentially could be making some more. So if you have any suggestions, again, make sure to leave them in the comments, because obviously the more suggestions that he gets, obviously if a lot more suggestions are the exact same things, and obviously he knows what more players want, and obviously is probably more inclined to make closed maps rather than something that people aren't exactly really interested in. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and like always, I'll see you guys next time.